They just have to do some creative stuff. Earl Wolf may be back. In fact, he's probably going to play, so that'll be a help. He's a guy that can, defend against the run. I think that they now have some time to work with who they have available to them, and get a little bit more creative. And it's not fair to put all this on Matthews or complain about him all the time. It's just that they had to be creative the way the packages they're going to put out there, and we'll see. They haven't stopped anybody this year, and so even with Kendricks, and so they would have had their best chance with him defensively. They're going to have to. This Eagles team reminds me of the '08 Phillies, which had, you look at that starting pitching lineup. It's not very.
Jamie Moyer was like their number 2.
Yeah, exactly. So Joe Blanton, and they just bashed their way out of any deficiencies they had. And this team does kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
They can just outscore you. And you look at, and I don't like preseason. Preseason is what it is. But this guy has now reeled off 7 straight games, including preseason. He does it in a parking lot. He does it in preseason. He does it in regular season. He does it at home, does it away. He plants a 30 spot on you no matter what. And unless you can score 35 points, you have virtually no chance of beating this team. And and it was funny. I said that in the press room on Sunday, like at the very beginning of the game. And what was the score?
They did 37. Now, how do you think the impact of the offensive line problems with the injuries? How's that going to affect this high-scoring offense?
Covering training camp, the big thing in training camp was how impressive the backups were. Matt Tobin. There, people think he was playing. My partner is Brian Baldinger from the NFL Network, and the part of a sports package here from RCN that I have. But he said that Matt Tobin would have, if he didn't get hurt, would have beaten out like Evan Mathis. That he would have been a starter for this team, or Todd Herman's. Probably Todd Herman's. But I'm just saying, this is a guy who's much more qualified than me. That's how highly regarded he was about Matt Tobin, and he is starting at tackle. Dennis Kelly has been impressive since the day he walked in here. He's mammoth. And that's the kind of lineman that Chip Kelly loves. And he did really good in 2012 when he came in and played quite a bit when they had all those incredible injuries. And so the biggest question mark is going to be how do the Eagles hide David Mulk at center? Because I think they're going to be fine at guard and tackle. They're going to be fine.